Okay, let's get into it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I'm happy to be here, and I haven't made a video in 2 years. This is my first time in 2 years that I made a video, so bear with me. I'm nervous, not used to talking on camera anymore, but I wanted to come on very quickly and just talk to you guys about what I've been up to, why I've been missing for 2 years, and just what's going on now. So, if you've been with me, since 2018, I would say I started off YouTube making content regarding spirituality, religion, essentially, and that was I felt I just wanted gay people to understand that they had a right to exist, and at the time I felt like religion was the best way to get members of our community to feel that way. So, I joined a good church, did that for a few years, actually joined seminary school, did that for about 2 years. And one day, as I was preparing to present at a conference, I was reading a book, a book on Jesus, his ministry, his identity, where he came from, and how the New Testament came to be. So as I was reading this book, something told me like, hey, Alfred, like once you know something, you can never unknow it. And if you read this book, you're going to learn something that's going to change you. And it's not going to change you in the way that you would expect. And I ignored the feeling. I was like, whatever, I'm just going to go read the book. So I did. And sure enough, I was changed by it. I was just shocked by. We never talk about man's involvement in the creation of the Bible. We don't talk about that. No one wants to hear it. They don't want to have that discussion. But what I found is the parishioners may not know, but the church leadership, they all know this, especially if they've been in seminary school. They know this. They know the impact that we as human beings have had on the Bible, what it says, what it does not say. And it wasn't created in a vacuum. And I couldn't ignore that anymore. I couldn't know all of this and allow myself to get up and preach and tell people to join Christ or join the body or whatever you want to call it. I couldn't do that anymore. So I stopped. I just stopped, and I let myself grieve the story because I felt like a failure. I let myself grieve the story of the loss of that. And me and my husband, we just kept going. We kept going into our other passions, other desires, and just moving forward. That makes me believe, and it makes me feel like it should be okay to embrace change. Like I feel like as someone who graduated from university, you graduate from college and you immediately want to know what you want to do for the rest of your life. You want it, because otherwise you're just a failure. And I graduated from college, applied to medical school, did not get in, struggled for a little bit with that, try to retake classes. Nothing was working out. And I just gave up on myself. I really did. I gave up on the dream, on myself. And I paid the price because every career that I tried to get into after that has just been like a failure, like failure. And I feel like this season of my life is learning to be okay with failure, like learning how to fail. And not only that, but just understanding that this detour you took was just a detour. You've been on a detour for about maybe 10 years, and that's okay. So my husband and I have had many discussions about this, and I will apply to medical school again, and I feel like I will get in this next time. But as soon as he's done with his degree, I'm going to pick up the mantle again and try it again, and I'm very hopeful. But to make a long story short, I will not be making any type of religious content anymore. I don't feel the need to just be positive all the time, because I used to feel like, hey, the world is full of negativity. You don't want to be a part of that. You need to be positive, put out positive content. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going to do and put out content when I feel like it, and featuring things that I like commentary about social issues, relationships, maybe not so much of that, but mainly music, so a little bit of commentary on social issues and majority of commentary on music, some reactions, some live album listening parties. I'm going to be streaming a little bit. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Let's just see where the wind blows me. And thank you guys so much for your support. And I'm just happy, Hope you're happy as well. All right, take care.